Alrighty, so we're gonna use 4 clients and going to I have scouts that are watching the gates. Thunder is still crazy outside. Making the whole house. Alright, so somebody asked me why I had 2 guys on the same gates. They're not. They are watching the 2 gates that go into the system that I'm keeping an eye on. That's why they both have the same gate name. This is such a long system. Like you can fly along forever. Alright, you saw the flash on the right-hand side of the one, top right. That was this ship going in. If you hadn't heard the ship itself going in, we would have heard it on from the other client. So, all right. So he's going to go sit at the station. So he'll have eyes on the station when he's not out doing cleanup. And this is not a Noctis. This is a Phonoctis. I do have my I do have the fit for this on EWB. Alright, to keep him from getting bumped off of here, I'll tell him to approach. And then I just back off and actually I can see the gate over there and stuff. So I'll be able to see you know, the inside. And I'll know whether or not the station is I'll know why the status of the station. Any background on why the Noctis hate? Well, a Noctis is for salvage beams primarily and tractor beams, and I do not like using salvage beams, especially not AFK. They don't work AFK. This ship can do it AFK. I don't have to be looking at it while it does it. It can just do its thing. So, all right, everybody's set up. Everything's good. Here is my guy I'm going to take out. So this is a Paladin, and the reason for having this for having this much, you know, stuff going on with this is, you know, scouting, is because these get locked into place. And so you are stuck there while your bastion is on. You need as much heads up as you can get. And so it's very appropriate to know what is, you know, what's coming and everything. So, yeah. Right, so acolytes, they are for just little stuff, and then if I get into trouble, new group EC, Okay, so, and then this is set up so that it can oops. This is set up so that it can defend itself if it gets attacked by, you know, nuding the hell out of whoever's attacking him. And he doesn't have any other stuff on him though. So this is pretty much it. And so right. It's a Noctis like a chump. Thor, where were you? It's not a Noctis. Okay, let's see here. Bastion still 1 minute. You know, I think it's what, 2.5 minutes? One minute. So 1 minute's not too bad. It used to be like frickin' 5 minutes or some shit like that. One minute's a lot more acceptable. So. Um. 5 minutes on oracles. Yeah, so maybe it used to be 30 seconds. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm just getting them mixed up. Everything's good here now, though. I got my visuals and stuff, and so, you know. Let's go. Purposely more clumpy than a Noctis? Well, I know, but see, it's battle ready. Alright, my shield alarm's gonna go off, but don't panic. It's just fine. This is Sovnul. And I'm able to see the ship. And I have really good scouting, so I don't have any problems with taking out a bigger salvage ship. Just at the right spot to use conflagration, which is really high DPS, 2600 DPS. Is this what people call ratting? Yes. And I'm doing it in a ship that's very nice and efficient for this. But it's a costly ship, so keeping good scouting going on. $11 to 13 minutes to clear this out. And then the loot, most of it's going to be broken down and used for manufacturing. Using a Vexor for ratting, that's a good ship for starting out. How much is this one? Not very expensive. I mean, in Paladin terms, 1.8 billion. A lot of them are in the 2.5, 2.8 billion range. Those are just general one for ratting, not so much for, you know, if I get a big escalation or something like that, I don't know, I might use something different. Alright, this might be a problem. Having trouble hitting them. Oh yeah, they got my range way down. Okay, switch ammo here. Oh, they got me. Going here again like this. All right. Let's see here. Well, right, we're okay. I thought, oh, I wasn't paying attention to what round it is, and because I can end up with a dread dropping in here, and it could take me out. But we're good. Oh, it just started over again. All right. So I'm going to save that location. 3 hours. All right. So 17.9 million on that. What is the... That went up from 29 to 42, but I don't know what the actual rate is in here. Bounty risk modifier is only 100%. So, all right.
Drive active.
Gonna go here. My other guy's gonna come in and clean up. They're all pretty close together because I was taking them out so fast. So, how long can I tank a dread with that? Maybe a minute, if I'm lucky. And if I'm trying to get to warp after the bastion's off, that's probably when they would take me out. This guy here. Whip him down.
Drive active.
All right, so you can see all this stuff is like really close to me. Well, most of it. And put out an MTU here. And then put out the salvage drones. And then the MTU, you can see inside of it. Wow, it already has 1.9 million in it. You'd think there was something already left in it, but that's just the first thing it picked up. You know, I have a loot song. I'm not going to accidentally shoot the loot, though.
Well, I was out of the black, just cruising along, singing to myself on the space cowboy song. When I saw that shiny wreck, it caught my eye. But oh lordy, I messed up. I let them guns fly. Oh shoot, I shot the loot. That Concorde's on my trail like a hound in pursuit. Oh shoot, I shot the loot. My ship's burning up, and I'm yelling, this ain't you. Ah! I was flying in my little knob, looking for treasure, never watching the clock. But with one little slip, I let them guns ring. Instead of salvaging, I made that loot Cobain. Hey! Oh shoot, I shot the loot.
All right. I'm doing double duty here. Got some stuff going on at the office, too. It actually probably will take it longer to clean it up than it did to take out the site. So I'll probably be going on to another site, and then he'll just delete the bookmarks as I do them, and that way I'll just keep going. So
But I pulled that trigger. Now I'm wondering why. Concorde's coming. Blue as Caldera sky. Here I am, just watching my ship die. Was hauling down the system I'ma make. His freighter pack full ever took the same gate. But when he heard my tale, he just tipped his hat. Johnny boy, you mess up worse than a stray cat. Oh shoot, I shot the loot. Now Concorde's on my trail like a hound in pursuit. Oh shoot, I shot the loot. My ship's burning up, and I'm yelling, this is shit. Now I'm just a pod drifting in the night, picking out that little how it took flight. Y'all, if you live, keep your aim true, or you'll end up like me, singing the Space Cowboy Blues.
So we're up to 3.5 million in loot, and then I don't know how much salvage it'll be. It'll be, I don't know, 7 or 8 million in salvage, something like that. Not a huge amount, but it all adds up. So, yeah, it all adds up, and so I heard a warp. Had to look. There are sanctums here too. Well, we're not going to do a sanctum. The reason we're not going to do a sanctum is that it gets a little too far of a distance between everything. Alright, this should be fine. These ones are harder than the other ones, but should do okay. I have a lot more that comes at you right in the beginning. My shield alarm's going to go off. These are kind of close. They're just right at the precipice of where So this one right at the beginning, it's just really heavy. There's a heavy amount of stuff that's shooting you right off the bat. With this, it's okay. With one of the reasons that you don't really do these in the Ishtars is because an Ishtar can get overwhelmed in this one. You can get through it in an Ishtar, but there's a lot more risk. So that's, you know. So I'm having to continue to use Scorch. Where the other one, I landed close enough to use conflagration. The problem is, I don't want to jump in at like 30, because then that can be a little bit too close. It can get pretty uncomfortable. And I don't want to be uncomfortable. Yeah, if they were below 50, like if they're all sitting at like 40, that'd be perfect for conflagration. Your question, Thor. Jump into a dread, be able to escape. Should only be careful to warp into newly generated sites. So, no, I haven't died from paying attention when landing. I look at what the rats are when landing. That's how I deal with it. And I have not died in that scenario as long as I was paying attention. It's when I wasn't paying attention that I died. And it's, you know, it's probably pretty normal to sometimes get complacent about it. I'm going to change my ammo here. Well, after this one. Well, I landed the Myrmidon and died? Okay, well that was a Myrmidon. My Paladin wouldn't die. Watch, I'll jump in and I'll die on the next one because I'm not paying attention. Be like, nope, it'll die too.
Welcome to the Dragons.
It's very rare that I've died landing on a dread. The Myrmidon is not, its tank is primarily its multiple reps. So Sylvia. Oh, and hide on bush. Welcome. I never did the images last time, did I? Sorry. Somebody coming through a gate. You could hear it. They're fine though, they're friendly. low-sec mining anomalies. I think that once they're cleared, then 2 hours later they respawn in another system within the same region. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. It may have changed, but it was that way at least at one point. Alright, these guys are just the right distance. Easy to blow up, easy to handle the DPS. Oh, let's see. The scramming. Well, what is my alignment on something like this? 10.27 seconds. The Myrmidon's alignment is probably a lot higher. Now, I'm gonna need to be ready to jet out of here when I finish this one, because we get a dread spawn. And so I may shoot at the last one, get it down, and then wait till the bastion's almost done, so that if necessary I can just warp out. Looks like we're gonna do one more round on the bastion here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to finish off these last ones in this revolution. We're going to have to do one more. I'm gonna turn it off, see if I can still hit him with this. Let's see. Oh, they're landing already. Okay. Well then, that answers that. There's no... Wow, I didn't know they could land early. That was interesting. I haven't seen that before. Or I don't remember that before. Take that out first. It could cause me to get scrammed. I didn't realize I didn't have it targeted up, but if it were to scram me and then I needed to leave, that would be a problem. Alright, I think it's the last one. Yep. And no escalation. Too bad.
Warp drive active.
Right. This guy, he finished up 13.8 million. So let's look here at we scoop that to cargo hold, and then we put our drones in, and we look at this and we put it in our fleet hangar, and then look at all that. That over in the fleet hangar too, and so we ended up with 25.2 million in salvage and loot. Not so bad. And okay, so we remove this location and then we warp to the next.
Warp drive active.
There we go. Whole bunch more loot. So there it goes. Just chewing it up again. Right. If you are watching on video, see you in the next episode.